Success can feel elusive because it's exclusive. It's exclusive to those who can break the mental chains holding them back, exclusive to those who get there, but then let it slip away. We all hear about this hustle and grind culture, never give up mantras, 4 a.m. club stuff, cold plunge before I'm even out of bed, that floods social media right now. But for all the tactics and strategies that are floating around, most people overlook the elephant in the room, in the mental roadblocks that are sabotaging your road to success. Self-doubt, fear, complacency, silent killers that live inside all of us, that they're whispering, limiting beliefs, personal constraints. We start to believe those, they lead us away and keep us from taking action. So in this video, I want to shed some light on these common roadblocks that prevent you from achieving your vision of success. And by exposing these success killers, we can take away their power and clear a path. It's like turning on a light, cockroaches scatter. So it's time to get honest. It's time to get real with yourself. The game of success is played internally as much as it is externally. Mindset's overrated. I've talked about this before. And it's true. I believe mindset is overrated, but I didn't say that mindset is unnecessary. Mindset matters because it's going to shape our perception, our beliefs. Then our beliefs allow us to take action, a certain amount of action, and ultimately they're going to influence our outcome, that mindset. So while mindset is a big thing that holds the power to either move us forward or hold us back, it's also important to acknowledge that it can be overrated. It's not a magical solution that guarantees success, but rather a tool to navigate challenges when we encounter our journey. I'm sure you all know someone who is successful, but has a horrible mindset and a horrible attitude. So other factors such as skills, resources, circumstances, environment, all play significant roles in our achievement. And while mindset matters, it's essential to prioritize a well-rounded approach that can focus both on mindset development and other practical actions for your desired outcomes. So here's, I think I have five mindset barriers for you. First one is self-sabotage, the silent assassin. So we've all been there before. 1 minute, you're mapping out your next big project. And the next thing is you find yourself sucked into a YouTube rabbit hole or doing an infinite scroll through Twitter or TikTok. You tell yourself that you're just taking a break, but we got to get real with ourselves. This is self-sabotage in its purest form. You're not pausing, you're avoiding. This is a mental block that whispers, you can't handle the big league. And guess what? You listen to that. The next one is your fear of success. And this is a paradox. Yeah, I said fear of success, not fear of failure. You're scared of succeeding. And that, I know that sounds counterintuitive, but fear of success is as real as it gets. You might think, who wouldn't want success? But when you dig deeper, succeeding often means increased responsibility, higher stakes, more eyeballs on you that are ready to watch you trip and fail. At least that's what you think. So it's comfortable to be the underdog. There's less scrutiny here. There's less pressure. And so your mind tricks you into staying in that safe zone where the risk and reward are minimal. And when I have conversations and dig into coaching with solopreneurs, freelancers, real estate pros, coaches, advisors, this is a big one. There's more a fear of success than there is a fear of failure. It's the idea that I stay in hell because I know the names of the streets. The next one is social comparisons, which we all know comparison is the thief of joy. So you're scrolling through Instagram or even LinkedIn now, and this can be a downfall of, you fall into the comparison trap. You're not just comparing yourself to the Joneses down the street nowadays. You're comparing yourself to the world. You don't just see the most successful, financially successful, the most in shape, the person who drives the nicest car, which could be all different people on your street. What you're seeing now is the top 1% of the top 1% in all of those categories. So suddenly your achievements seem small and your journey feels insignificant. Someone that you follow on any of these platforms, they get a promotion. Your old high school friend just closed $1 million deal and you're stuck in the same spot. So you're comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. And it's unfair to you. It's destructive, and it's a trap that many fall into. And it's going to paralyze you on your journey towards success. The next one is the imposter syndrome. This is what I call the phantom menace. You're competent, you're skilled, but somehow you can't shake off the feeling that you're a fraud and that one day everyone's going to find out. And instead of recognizing your abilities, you just chalk it up to your successes to any luck or timing or even an error in judgment by others. What's twisted about imposter syndrome is its ability to show up precisely when things are going well, causing you to second guess yourself and divert from the path of success to safer, less fulfilling avenues, which is connected back to the fear of success. Have you ever noticed that when you're kind of feeling down, you're like, why am I not succeeding? I'm more qualified than that person who is succeeding, back to the comparison thing. But then when you're up, you're wondering, why am I succeeding? All right, the next one is the comfort trap. This is the cozy blanket, it just feels good to have on. So you get a steady income, you have a reasonable work-life balance, and you haven't had a nervous breakdown in a few months. So life's good, right? Well, wrong. Your comfort is where dreams go to die. The lack of discomfort means you're not stretching, you're not challenging, you're not forcing the limits of what you can achieve. The comfort trap is going to lull you into mediocrity. It's going to convince you that good enough is good enough. And deep down, you know that's a lot. And we've seen, whether it's getting comfortable mentally, emotionally, physically, it's just not a good place to be. So what can you do about this now? We got to remove the roadblocks. We've dissected what the mental barriers are: self-doubt, fear of success, social comparisons, imposter syndrome, comfort trap. These are the things that are going to undermine your success. They're going to trip you up, cause you to turn around and go home. Play it safe. You got to stop buying into the belief that success is all about grinding and hustling. Yes, hard work matters, but that's just a part of the equation. The other is you got to conquer your own mind. This is the biggest battleground, because it's not just about getting you started. It's about keeping you there when you get there. So it's not just about what you do, it's about what you think. And back to what I said earlier, mindset can be overrated, but it's not insignificant. It's a foundation. I would say mindset is a foundation upon which the external efforts rest. So if you're on a shaky foundation, all those efforts don't really matter. But if you spend all of your time focused on the foundation and you're never building anything up, then that doesn't matter either. So recognize mental barriers for what they are. They're chains that keep you tethered to a stagnant life. I think, you just have to remember that barriers can only stop you if if they remain invisible, if you allow them to stay there like the cockroaches, and if you shine the light on them, you can now remove them. You go, this is the thing. Now you see it. Now you can remove it. So the moment that you shine the light on them, you expose their weaknesses, and then you reveal the ways that you can dismantle them. That's the power of this. So you got to dig for the courage to step outside your comfort zone. You have to tear down the walls of self-doubt and imposter syndrome. You got to stop comparing your journey to others and embrace the unique path that is yours. You got to recognize that mental barriers are usually self-imposed, and it's up to you to shine the light on them and remove them. And that's one of the big first steps of taking accountability, which then can roll over into the action taking, the accountability there.